Hello and welcome. It's a new graphic novel review by me, Andrew Ace. You can find me online, Twitter, Instagram, everywhere, with my handle at UYS999. That's my last name, which is pronounced Ace, spelled UYS. Crazy weirdness. So, this is my best Spider-Man graphic novel reads. Truth is, I don't have every Spider-Man graphic novel, so I am only choosing from my library, which in turn has been informed by my favorite reads that I've then chosen to buy to said library. Alright, well, off the bat, I'm going to jump out on a Spider-Man title from the 90s, Spider-Man 2099. This was part of the 2099 world that was constructed. This was one of the main pillars and starting blocks that they used, and Peter David, who is one of my favorite writers, having worked on, I believe, almost all, if not all, the Spider-Man 2099 stories, but also such great titles, Incredible Hulk, X-Factor. Really, when this guy does a title, you know it, and they are epic, amazing storylines involved. This also has some fantastic art. I will admit that it definitely takes me back to my childhood, early teen years, so there's certainly some nostalgia involved, but the characters come back in a big way in the whole Spider-Verse revitalization, kind of Peter Parker back as Spider-Man, but meeting all the worlds, kind of Elseworlds and events, and in the new, all new Marvel, the Spider-Man, Miguel O'Hara, who is Spider-Man of 2099, gets a new costume. I haven't started reading that yet, but it is Peter David still writing, so I will pick it up when I have a chance in trade paperbacks. So that's my first choice for Best Spider-Man Reads, Spider-Man 2099. This makes for, while a bit of a darker, grittier story, it's still all ages, and I can't recommend it highly enough. So, on to my second choice. Also from the 90s, this is Spider-Man Torment, collecting, and this is an older book, collecting Todd McFarlane's title, the not amazing, not incredible, not spectacular, not all friendly, all neighborhood. I don't know, it was just a straight up Spider-Man, started in the early 90s, Todd McFarlane writing and illustrating. The artwork in this is incredible. I will always love Todd McFarlane's art over any other artist on Spider-Man. Apologies, but again, this was a book that came out when I was probably 10 or 11, and really transformed for me, I don't know, so some of what had seemed like a certain static, but then formulaic styling to a lot of superhero art. And this really broke from that. Todd McFarlane, creator of Spawn, one of the guys that helped launch Image Comics, him, Jim Lee, Rob Liefeld, these were the guys that made the early 90s so exciting for comic book readers, and certainly put an emphasis on the art before story, which this does suffer from. Hope I don't offend anyone, but the storyline in this isn't quite, I would say, of the highest caliber, but the artwork is just so incredible, so engrossing. Frankly, you just want to have this on your shelf so you can pick it up, flip it through. And Todd McFarlane's run continued for quite some time, and there's some great issues that came out after. I'm always trying to hunt down those graphic novels. If anyone out there wants to give me a tip, let me know a store they know of, I can try and track down the continuation of the series. Because as you can see, even when I say things like, here's a criticism about the book, my love for comic books, my love for the original storyline and the artwork, you know, trumps all that. I just don't want to seem wholly ignorant of sometimes some of the shortcomings of some of these books that I still absolutely love. Well, moving on from there, I'm actually going to take a break for a few moments, and I'll come back, just trying to keep these videos a little shorter. So you can find me online at UYS999. I'm on Instagram, I'm also on Twitter. I love chatting with people. I try to get back to my comments on YouTube, so please feel free to leave comments, and yeah, I'll be back in a few. Cheers!